Stovich. Anyway, we can't do anything with the staff.
The staff feels warm.
Except we hear a voice in our head.
You hear an eerie voice in your head.
Welcome to the player and the
This
doodler.
I must first do. The sacrifice of life
Ugh,
for one of love.
it's creepy. It's
You
like
find
an
yourself letting
EBGB
go
song.
of the staff very quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that's the staff. It wants a sacrifice of life for love before... Hold on! Heroic music is suddenly playing.
I recognize that music.
Yeah, it's the main Quest for Glory theme.
Okay.
It's the only time in this game it actually plays. Dun, 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 dun. That's all you get. It never plays any time other in the game.
Just when you walk out.
Just when you walk out of the town the first time. It never plays again. So, yeah, that's town. Let's now explore the land, see what we can find.
Our knowledge of the land will grow great.
It's daytime, so we probably will be attacked by something eventually, but it's not going to be too scary. But for the meantime, here's the castle that everyone's been talking about.
A heavy gate blocks the way to the winding road.
It's not square
Far in the
enough.
distance,
No, it's
you can see
got
a majestic
pointiness.
castle.
And it's got this guy.
Welcome to Mordavia. It's nice to have some fresh blood
That's,
around here.
That's Jim Cummings, my
We
friend.
so
I know, but
seldom
the
see
face is,
strangers.
don't tell me. Boris Karloff.
Yep. They're going real Frankenstein-y on us. Let us ask your name.
I am Boris Stovich.
Your happy haunts will something and 1,000 ghosts. How does that go?
Wait, what are you
The
talking
haunted mansion thing.
Oh, I don't know the Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
I've never been to it.
That's probably true. Keep his
What do you
name
mean,
is
probably?
his name was Boris Stovich, and the woman at the shop was Olga Stovich. So her husband did pass away. He just like took a job 2 screens over, and it hasn't come back in years.
Well, I wouldn't come back to her
This
either.
is the castle of the Boyars, the title of the rulers of Mordavia.
Let's get
It once
dangerous.
belonged to the
That's,
Borgov family for generations.
Playing on the
but
Bulgars.
alas, Borgov has been dead
Bulgaria.
for
There you
many,
go.
many years.
Eastern Europe, but not quite Russia. It's got a Transylvanian feel to it, which is actually Romania, but also Bulgaria. So it's kind of a mismatch of a lot of things. Mishmash. Mismatch.
Your words are a mismatch.
Yeah, you miss your match.
Mordavia is the name of this valley and
God.
of the town. Even the inn is called the Hotel Mordavia.
What are the odds of
And
that?
the name means dark valley.
Oh, that's true.
Is it?
Well, more. I think Mordor.
Okay, okay. So
At least in Tolkien.
so
It's more. But it also means dark.
also he's
Mordavia.
missing his right eye.
No, it's just in shadow.
You're just in shadow.
The heads of the Borgov family were the boyars of Mordavia.
He's better in voice actor than
The
Count
last
Radical.
Borgov disappeared at the time of darkness. No one knows what became of him.
He got a job 2 towns over.
2 screens over.
It is bad luck to even speak of the time of darkness. Mordavia
Back
was
during
a
the
safe
Carter
and lovely
administration.
land before that time. Much has changed.
I'm saying that because this game came out in the 90s.
For the worse.
That would be the most recent land of or time of darkness.
Boyars are rather like barons of other lands.
But we're a count.
They own the
Count
castle
Five Fingers.
and protect everyone within their domain.
I don't think naming our character count actually makes him a count.
What? This whole time I was going around pretending to be a feudal lord, and Boris Karloff is not going to accept
More
that.
like you're a futile lord.
Also, I think he fell asleep during our dialogue. Just getting sick of it.
Well, makes sense. I fell asleep during his.
Turnabout is fair play.
Ah, good for him.
Who all lives in the castle?
I just guard
Tell
it. I
them
don't know who
anyone
lives in
from
it.
there.
That doesn't make any sense.
There's the master, of course.
Ooh.
And then there's
He was
the
working in his lab late one
foreigner.
night.
There's also the master's daughter, I believe.
So the master, strange foreigner, and master's daughter.
Beyond that, I really can't say.
So you think we've met any of those people?
No.
Oh, what about
Maybe.
I
Sasquatch?
haven't actually seen the daughter.
Not entirely
but I
sure.
know the master is quite proud of her.
She got straight A's. But the A stands for... which... I can't think of a word that starts with A, but it's like Gothic.
I was just leaving it for you.
Here, chat, come up with a word that starts
stands
with A.
for abracadabra.
Mordavia. Come up with a word that starts with A, but is like... horror, Gothic horror.
The master desires privacy, and I respect that.
Assassin.
Respect.
As I always say,
Kryptonite.
the will of the master is the shall of the servant.
I am very clever.
I wrote that.
Oh, he's making his own comments.
Yeah, you don't need to say it for him.
Thanks, Jim Cummings.
I have only caught glimpses of them occasionally.
Oh, now he's getting
But I
lispy.
don't think they are quite human. No matter. If a man does a good job, then whether he is a man does not matter.
Oh, good form.
He is
Here's
an
the
unpleasant
foreigner.
sort, with a short beard and moustache, and a funny hat. He is rude when giving orders, and he has the habit of staring at a person and licking his lips. Most
I got that same habit. What's wrong with that?
He likes a nice Chianti.
Oh, dear.
It's like about the town.
The town of Mordavia is to the east of here.
The city of
Turn
Townsville.
to the east as you leave and continue
Yes,
until
I
you
know
are
which
ready.
way is east.
I don't think you do.
This is the gate to Borgov Castle. You can see
I just,
it in the
I'm
distance
letting
behind
him
here.
his dialogue play out just because I like Jim
certain
Cummings.
that only
You met him at
well
Comic-Con, too.
I did. He didn't remember this game either, but I didn't actually ask him.
How would you know if he didn't remember it?
This gate is
He barely
guarded
remembered
by
Baldur's
huge
Gate.
Necrotars, who
And he
make
was, like,
certain
really famous in
no
that one.
one tries to enter without
Also, Necrotars are guarding this castle. Actually, he remembered Baldur's Gate, but I couldn't remember his exact accent, and I had to remind him, and he's like, "Oh, bull stands ready," and he did
Oh, Nostrovia.
that. That was Casey.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
I am the gatekeeper of Borgov Castle. Is it not true that he who guards the gates is the keystone speaker?
Is it true? Is it? Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Enough already. Anyway, so
Goodbye, young man. May the fireplace be warm
May the
and
force be
drink
with you is what I thought he
cold
was
at
going
your
to
journey's end.
May the force be with you. Anyway, so now that you found out that he is Boris Stovich, you can actually go to the shop and tell his wife where he is, and it's actually kind of funny. It's a little sub-quest. It doesn't even get you any points. If you're a paladin, it gives you honor.
What's a paladin?
It's somebody that has honor.
Oh, you're right.
Like that guy I was looking for. Our honor is at 154, and as a thief, that's probably not going to go up much.
Honor.
And it has nothing to do with anything anyway, if you're a thief. But, it's still kind of a fun side quest.
Honor? I don't even know her.
You again. Heard anything interesting lately?
I know she's knitting, but it looks weird. Here's your husband.
Yeah, my sad departed husband.
Yeah, it looks like she's
His
just
name
got a
was
pair of
Boris.
scissors she's
Gone
opening and
3
closing.
years now.
Just got kind of a
Such
twitch.
a good man.
Gone 3 years now. Alright. So, now that we know that her husband is named...
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah, here's the thing. She keeps quoting her lost husband, and he keeps just quoting himself. Because when he says it, it's like in quotes, but it's just like what he's saying, so I don't know why.
What he said.
Right. Anyway, so if we go over here, we go talk to Boris Karloff. Where's the game? There we
Good
go.
day and welcome back. Have you been enjoying your
I am
adventures around
Monterey
here?
Jack.
I've only walked 2 screens in my lifetime.
Not entirely sure.
Let's ask about his wife.
Wife? Why, I have no wife.
I have no son! But I did not mean it literally.
So then he's...
Farewell.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm not married. Hey, what are you doing tonight?
To count, what's his name here?
I can go out with some gay space crabs.
Wow.
But if you go back and talk to his wife,
I think
he's
the
like,
ACLU is going to come down on us.
ACLU can shove it.
Back again so soon. What have you heard?
So then you can tell her about her husband's infidelity.
Boris was a wise man. Always had something to say.
He's a real wise
A
guy.
man can't know too much.
I may not be hitting the right trigger because they're supposed to actually start talking about each other.
Yeah,
But
I have no wife.
I have no wife, and maybe
And maybe you have no wife either. Ho ho ho.
maybe the Jew.
Maybe if he was played by Ian McKellen.
then he'd be a gay space crab.
Well, not a space crab. A gay old man.
Anyway. Oh, I can talk about Olga. That's what I gotta do. So,
Tell Boris that you've met Olga the shopkeeper. And it's a strange coincidence that she once had a husband named Boris Stovich.
what a coinky dink.
Curious coincidence, perhaps?
Yes.
I think not.
Yes, he's curious. Okay.
May your
So now that he's been like, interesting.
Now I know
well,
what he sounds like. He sounds like it's Jim Cummings obviously, but
Right.
he sounds like the voice who did the eagle from the old Hobbit film from the 70s.
Which is probably not Jim Cummings because he would. Look, the Burgermeister got bored and left. Actually, I think he goes inside and you can talk to him in here. I love how he always stands. Like, he's standing like this, but then he's standing like this. He's like,
Well, every time you look at him, he changes poses.
just for variety's sake.
Yeah, I mean you can't always just stand like that.
sightseeing?
I mean, you don't see me even standing.
You don't. I've never seen you standing. I think you've been in that chair since I've met you.
I think I live here.
I do not know what it's like now.
So there's a lovely lake
East
somewhere.
is the town cemetery.
There's a town
It is a morbid
cemetery.
thing to visit, but tourists always wanted to see it. When
Because it's not a Sierra game without a random cemetery in it.
southeast is Irana's garden.
Guess
It is an
what's the over under on the fact that we'll have to dig up some graves and then zombies will try to attack us?
Moldavia has
Over-under.
become a very
Used as
dangerous
sports.
place since the
It's a
swamps
betting
were
term.
formed. Do
also
not
used
ever
for sports.
travel at night.
Betting on sports.
If you are far from town
right.
when it gets dark, try to make it to Irana's garden.
And there's Irana's garden,
The
which
place where
is
you will be safe.
what
Aranya's
say?
garden! Oh no, run from the
One
spiders!
thing will happen.
Why couldn't it have been the butterfly garden?
I think there are butterflies in it.
Irana was a powerful magic user
Yeah.
who was rumored to
real
have come
piece
from some
We're front loading a lot of this exposition. Most of the rest of the game doesn't have this much talking. It feels like I've been talking to people for like an hour and a half.
Feels like that to me too.
Irana died.
It's like a BioWare game. 80% of the game is talking, and then 10% of it is shooting somebody.
It is supposed to protect
Isn't that Mass
town
Effect?
from
Pretty much.
and to have other magic besides.
Any BioWare game, KOTOR was like that too.
KOTOR.
But then she
It is
died.
bad luck to speak of her death. If you must know, she died in that cave you say you
All those
came
dates
from.
like that.
I'm not a superstition.
Except it's not as much
but I
voice
will
acting.
not
You can click
go
Yeah,
past
Jim
things.
Cummings doesn't
Subject.
remember it though, so what does it matter?
Anyway, we already knew where Arana died. She died at the cave. We read the thing in the thing. So, why did we come in here? Just to see your manly,
Try to
manly
avoid
hips.
Getting into trouble. I would not like to have you in my jail after all.
Don't really have hips.
Jail. Yeah, he does. I mean, they're not like
Covered
childbearing
up by
hips.
his giant stomach. Just like me.
Just like I am a burger. KOTOR is a great game, but there is a lot of dialogue.
have you heard lately?
I like BioWare games. It's just that there is a lot of dialogue in them. Let's tell about the gate.
This when you open up in here and
That
it's
the gatekeeper's name is Boris Stovich. Ask if they're
A
related.
little bit. Hips don't lie.
That's where the so-and-so went.
Thanks, Shakira.
Tell him he's a rotten no good Nick.
Oh, now we
go no good Nick.
now we go tell him he's a rabbit no good Nick.
Tell him he's Dr. Robotnik.
As my late husband used to say, may all your travels...
Yeah. We know what your lost husband said, because he's 2 screens over. No good Nick. Did they say that in Fiddler? I seem to think that they do.
Good Nick. It's not like we don't have a problem with these mechanics. That's Boss Nass.
I'm like, that's not Fiddler on the Roof at all.
When the days are short and the nights
We'll marry you to Laser Wolf.
welcome sign.
Supposed to be my wife.
On the other hand, I have to go to the planet's core to get out of Anatevka.
Going to be punished.
If I were a...
If I weren't a gun,
Oh,
Misa!
Oh, that just gave me a headache. Okay, we're done with that joke. Let's tell him about Olga.
You tell Boris what Olga said about him. He blushes.
I am a good no good Nick.
Olga was always opinionated.
Bah.
I grew tired of listening to her complain about me all the time.
So I left my wife. And I'll kill you too. Brings out her knife.
It's good to have someone to talk to, besides myself.
And I do a lot of talking to myself because I am crazy.
I am so crazy, man.
Was he Mexican now?
Yes, according to you.
This is Jim Cummings. All right, so let's go tell her. So basically, your husband left you because you complain all the time. Let's see what she says to that. Talk about Boris.
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn.
Oh,
Complain, and you can
the
tell him
truth
I
comes
said-
out.
Ah, so he caroused at the inn with all of the
The crassy.
with all of
folks.
with him and Rodney Dangerfield and Jack Nicholson there at the end. They were the regular.
Carousers.
We'd go to Comic Cons and read pages from Star Wars and funny voices.
Piglet.
So she's an incessant nag, according to chat, and he's
Welcome
responsibility
again.
ducking.
It is so
Yeah. And he's a philanderer. Well, there aren't really any other women in this town other than like the one girl that we met at the beginning, but she doesn't live in the town. Talk about Olga.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Well, she's right.
Tell him. Tell him.
What was there to do in a shop with
Swear.
no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell.
Oh, so sad.
I had nothing to do there.
I can actually hear his
So
piglet
just
voice
because
in
I
this.
would
A
sit
little
at
bit,
the
yeah.
inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust?
I couldn't get off my butts to advertise because I had to spend time at the inn or something.
Goodbye.
She kept telling me to go apply at the Home Depot, but I didn't want to. I wanted to sit back and play games with my goofy friend and make drawings.
You know what he should have said?
What?
Sure, everything's bad if you remember it.
What's that from?
It's Homer.
Oh, that's right. You can use facts to prove anything that's remotely true.
Beckett,
That's a different episode. So, your shop sucks, is what your
Tell
husband
Olga
said.
that Boris didn't like being ordered around all the time.
Well, if he didn't like that, why did he get married?
I wouldn't have had to order him around
I
if he
get
could
it.
only have done his work. I just wanted the shop to be neat and clean.
Marriage
in case anyone came
prison.
in. How does he expect me to do all the work around here by myself? Yeah, this was his family's business after all.
Oh, so it wasn't even her shop. It was his shop, and then he ran away from it. And
Yeah.
the wife had to run it.
Ah.
Quest for glory!
Quest for
Solving domestic
Domestic
disputes.
problems.
I love this game. It's so great. Because
This is the scariest one in the
this
series.
is the darkest game with all of the evil monsters.
Welcome again. It is so good to speak with you as always.
Yeah. Let's help out your terrible shrew of a
Tell Boris
wife.
that Olga is having trouble running
Couldn't
the
tame
shop
that
without him.
shrew.
There is much to do to keep the shop straightened up. My family always worked together to keep it going before.
But they're all dead.
If only
I ate
Olga wouldn't
them.
nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business?
They had fun running the shop before.
It's none of your business.
They'd made out in the
May the
back.
sun
What?
This was like obviously 80 years ago, you know.
When they still had teeth.
When they still had teeth and eyeballs.
He's got eyeballs.
Alright.
Just because you can't see his eyeballs doesn't mean they're not there.
So he said that you still nag him too much. And so I'm come back here to tell you that he said that he liked the shop before when there's stuff, but now there's no stuff. What do you have to say to that, fat lady?
Tell Olga that Boris doesn't see any reason to keep the shop open when there's nothing left
What
to
do you
sell.
think of that, butt dumbface?
You just tell that man about my avocado and garlic sandwiches. People come in and buy them all the time.
That's not true. I'm the only one who's bought anything for the shop in 10 years.
10 years.
And even then, I fed my sandwich to an Antwerp. So really,
Which isn't even a real thing.
which is a thing I made up. All right, so let's go be like, hey, people like her sandwiches. Will that bring you back to your fat wife's embrace?
Or will I have to go embrace her?
Here's the thing. You don't trust a thin cook, so maybe they are good sandwiches.
Yeah.
Does avocado make you fat?
Or maybe she's the only one who likes them. Because he's real thin.
Enjoying your adventures around.
That's true. Well, that's because he hasn't been back for a while to eat the sandwiches.
Oh, that's true.
See? He's wasting away without his avocado and garlic.
Wife.
That is avocado and garlic. Oops, I forgot to do it this way. Talk about Olga.
You tell Boris about Olga's avocado and garlic.
Avocado.
Abu I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches.
There he is.
We had them on our wedding night, you know.
Wait, what? I think it's code for
See
something.
the garlic and avocado flowers decorating our wedding cake.
Ew.
Beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook.
Avocado cake.
You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her.
Then murder.
And then they did it. Let's go back and
May the sun
let's go back and tell the wife the good news.
The good nudes?
I left my wife because she was a terrible nag, but she's a good cook. So, oh my gosh, Eagle,
Screon.
she's a good cook. So I guess I'll go back and eat. Are we sure we saved this marriage? Or are we just keeping it on life support?
Well, she's gonna die of heart disease, and he's just gonna die of old age. So, you know, they'll take what they can get at this point.
Right. All right. Oh, I can't talk about Boris anymore. So I guess that's the end of that plot thread. And if you'll notice, my honor went up.
Honor.
So that's one side quest down. We've solved it.